all things New Orleans Saints. This is Who Dat Discussion.
Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Say they gon' be them same.
Powered by Overtime Media.
What is up, Who Dat Nation? Welcome into another film study here at the Who Dat Discussion. As always, I am your host, Andrew Galata. You can follow me on Twitter at Andrew Galata. And then also, you can follow the Who Dat Discussion on Twitter at the Who Dat Dis. We have a very interesting film study in store for you guys today, as we're going to take a look at rookie tight end Adam Trautman. The Saints picked him out of Dayton in the third round, 105th pick. And it was a very intriguing pick. The Saints moved up to get him, and it's definitely a pick that I think, like, not only this year, but down the road, this is going to definitely be an impactful pick for the Saints. And to me, this is a really good player that shows all of his athletic skills are just top-notch. He's also pretty good with the technique as well, so he's going to be coming along to me quick. And again, it wouldn't surprise me if over the next 2 years he takes over this tight end role slowly but surely, because obviously tight ends do take a pretty long time to progress compared to other positions, but I think Trautman has all of the intangibles to do that for the Saints. So really for this film study, we're going to be looking at really the techniques and the abilities that he has, and really that doesn't matter about what competition he's playing, because obviously he didn't play against the best competition in college, being from Dayton, being an FCS school. So really what we're looking at for the film here is that technique, that good technique, and then also all those athletic abilities that will also be on display in the NFL. It's not just because he played at a lower level in college. So that's really what I'm thinking. So let's just get right into the film. So here is our first play of the video. It's going to be between Dayton and San Diego. We got Trautman lined out wide over here, and he's going to run a fade route, and basically what we're going to show here is his ability in the red zone. And to me, Trautman, look, he caught 14 touchdowns with Dayton. He definitely has some great red zone skills, and the Saints should definitely take advantage of that. And when you're looking at it, obviously the Saints have Jared Cook, they have Michael Thomas, and then obviously they have Alvin Kamara too, and they're going to add Emmanuel Sanders, but this gives them another weapon down near the goal line. And really not last year, but the year before, the Saints struggled a little bit in the red zone, and hopefully another addition with Adam Trautman will help that in an immense way. And really, to me, you have Jared Cook, you have Michael Thomas, you have Alvin Kamara, you have Emmanuel Sanders. You can't cover all of them, especially down in the red zone. He's going to get a lot of one-on-one chances to succeed here, and this is what he's able to do one-on-one versus a cornerback. So when we play the film here, you're going to see just one-on-one, and just an athletic, just a great play. Just an athletic play, a good play, a smart play, good technique. And really when we break it down here, when we go back, so you see first, it's just going to be a one-on-one scenario here. It's just going to be a straight one-on-one. And when we go into the play, he doesn't get that good position right away, because you're going to see here, locked up, and you see both players have their eyes on the ball. So the ball is going to be somewhere up here, and they both got their eyes on it. So when does Trautman really get this good position? It's really going to be right after this. When he jumps up to make the play, he's able to box out and get a really good position. Because if we keep on fast forwarding it, you're going to see right there, look at that. Trautman has the ball now. He jumped, he made the catch, and you see his position. His position's in the front and on top, while the defender's on the bottom and on the outside. And that's really not what you want to be when you're a defender. And really with Trautman, he has all of the chances to make this catch, and the defender has no chance. And that's just because of Trautman's physicality, Trautman's athletic ability. I mean, you look at him, he's 6'5", he's over 250 pounds. No cornerback's going to be able to defend this, especially in the fade route. And this is not a good thrown ball, because he's throwing it towards the defender, and Trautman really steps in front of it and makes a play. Like, a better throw here would have been like back shoulder, and then Trautman would have been able to readjust and make a play, and it would have been a little easier. But it's not the best throw, but Trautman's still able to get the touchdown because of his athletic ability, and also some good technique there to jump up and get position too. Like, his ability to jump up and gain position while in the air is really good as well. And to me, you just see all of the intangibles of a player that's going to be dominant in the fade route with the Saints here in 2020, and then also beyond, because that's also what we're looking for. We're also looking for beyond here, because you're going to see our next play is also going to be a fade route, and you're just going to see this is just amazing, because he's able to get that good positioning right away, and this is textbook position, and really this just shows his dominance over cornerbacks in the red zone, because if we play this, you're going to see here, it's going to be really like, look at that. Like, he's obviously came down with the ball and everything, but he's the guy in the front, and the defender is the player in the back, and he had no chance. Basically, what Trautman did, he just boxed him out and make a play. I don't care where that defender was. I don't care really how big he was unless he was Trautman's height. Trautman was making that play. You just see that ability of being able to gain position and then jump up and make a catch, because if we're going to go and play it back, you're going to see really well here. And they're still fighting with it. Like, before the throw, they're still fighting, but Trautman's already looking back. So he already knows what's happening here. He already knows he's getting the ball. Then we play it a little farther, and you're going to see, now look at this. Now the ball's here, and look at this position from Trautman. He is in the A++ position to get this ball here. He is on the front here. He's in the perfect position here to get this ball. It's like he's boxing out for a rebound. So, like, think if you're boxing out for a rebound, you want to be the guy in front. You want to be really just in position to get the ball and high point the ball and get the rebound. Well, same things here. Like, this is the shot, and now it's coming down for the rebounds, and he's able to do a really nice job to gain that good position, gain that leverage here, and now this is really just an easy catch, because all he has to do is jump up. So now he's going to be way at his height. He's even going to get a little taller than this, and he's going to be able to catch it. And look at the defender all the way over here, because it's just there's nothing you can do as a defender. He's not going to be able to jump as high as Trautman. He's not going to be able to fight for the ball, and you just see Troutman's size, strength, and physicality is just too good here, because even if we go a little further, you're going to see, and now he's got the ball, he secured it, and it's touchdown. So obviously that is just really big. That ability to win in the red zone, win on those fade routes, is something you're going to see, I think, right away. And that's something you can implement in the offense very quickly, because when I was looking at Jimmy Graham and, like, what did Jimmy Graham do in 2010? Because that was his first season before he went off in 2011. And maybe Troutman's going to be similar, maybe it won't be. But Graham did a lot of simple things in the red zone. He was able to catch 5 touchdowns really just based on these fade routes and getting one-on-one matchups. That is really the same thing here. So you're going to see probably a lot of one-on-one matchups, because the Saints do have Michael Thomas, they do have Jared Cook, they do have Emmanuel Sanders. Those guys are going to garner more attention, and you're going to see a lot of one-on-one matchups with Trautman, and he's going to be able to take advantage. So for me, that is just really, really big, and I'm really looking forward to that ability here with the Saints in 2020, and then also beyond as well. But especially right away, I think this is going to be a skill that's going to be able to translate very quickly to the NFL level. So moving over to our next play here, it's going to be a little of a different play. Obviously, we're not in the red zone here, and this is going to show Troutman's route running ability, because he does have solid route running tree, and this is just going to show his ability not only to run sharp routes, it shows his lateral quickness, good footwork, and all that stuff is going to be on display. And this is also going to be a double team here, so they're going to be double teaming Trautman, and he's still going to be able to get open. So when we watch the play, you're going to see here that little fake to the sideline, and then he's able to then turn it upfield, get good position, and do a really good job here as the play finishes out. So that's obviously a really good job from Trautman. So if we run it back and kind of break this thing down, you kind of see what the defense is doing, because you're going to see right here, you're going to see this is just an easy double team. You're going to have first this defender going to be like the guy that undercuts the route, and then you're going to see this defender be the guy that plays over the top. So it's going to be like a sandwich, and then Troutman's really going to be running between them. So what he has to do, he has to really outpace the guy that's trying to undercut, and then he also has to get good position on the guy playing him over the top, so then the quarterback can really get it to him here. And he's able to do that to perfection, because as you're going to see here, it's going to just be a really nice job. So he really does it right here. So he's able to get this great position on this guy, and then also separation from this guy, really basically from this little out and then up route. So it's going to be like a fake up, just one step. That's all it took, one step, and then he went up and got really good position. And this just one step shows that it was so sharp, it was so believable that he was actually going to the sideline that it fooled 2 defenders. So that just shows he has pristine footwork, he has good lateral quickness, because he was able to just then change direction so quick, and that to me is also very impressive. And he's able to get this good position and then also lengthen some separation here. So you're going to see just quick move, and he's able to get that position and then score the touchdown here, because you're going to see even like right here, this is the position that he's going to be able to get. And then you're going to see this really nice position. So he's on the outside, and he has probably 3 yards of separation here. So really all the quarterback has to do is throw it into this big area. And to me, that just shows the dominance of Trautman, because he makes this easy on a quarterback, and that's a double team. And he's able to win at such a high level with that double team, and he's not going to get double teamed in the NFL. So again, you're obviously definitely see a lesser competition here, but he's facing 2 guys. So that definitely has some weight to it, and he gets good position and separation on both these guys, like a definitely really good amount. So to me, that will translate to at least get some separation and some good position at the NFL level, especially when it's only going to be one-on-one coverage. And to me, that just shows you he will be successful here. And to me, that is very, very good things there. And I'm really excited to see what Trautman can do in this offense here, because this is just an outstanding play. Shows that he does have a good ability to run routes and catch the ball and beat double teams and have good lateral quickness. That stuff's really big. So if we fast forward here and get through this play and kind of move over to our next play, this is going to show why a lot of people think that Trautman could be George Kittle, and it's because of the yards after the catch ability that both can give, the physical nature that both give, and really a similar play type to what Kittle does. Trautman does it here, because it's just going to be a little play action, it's going to be a little dump off, and then Trautman's going to take it for a big gain. Kind of reminds me of what Kittle did to the Saints in that play to set up the game-winning field goal for the 49ers. So to me, this just shows why definitely that comparison to George Kittle kind of makes sense here. And to me, that really is extremely important, because if you see guys comparing Trautman to George Kittle, and if you can get even close to George Kittle, like that would be a really big win for the Saints. So I'll just let you guys watch the play, and then we'll run it back and see what Trautman does here and all the good attributes that he's able to put on display here. So if we see just a little play action, dump off, and then he gets going up the field, breaking tackles, keeps going all the way to the 50 there. Like, he's able to get all the way to the 50. That's just, amazing play by Trautman, and I'm just really excited to see what he can do for the Saints here. And if he can do anything close to what he does in the FCS and he brings it to the NFL, that's just a huge win for the Saints. Because if we play it back, and I'll just show you all the good things he does here. So if we play it back, you're going to see the defense is fooled that he's going to block, because all Trautman does here, he is going to come from here and then go like this. So it's just going to be, it looks like a simple running play where Trautman's going to be that extra blocker inside. It may actually be a lead blocker, but again, he's just going to be blocking in the interior here. But if you fast forward, you're going to see that he's going to be able to get out in space, and it's really just a one-on-one matchup. And this linebacker over here is put in a really bad situation, because he's going to have to guard Trautman, but then also you see this quarterback come out here like that. So it's definitely going to be a hard assignment for this player, and you're going to see what Trautman does is just get a few steps behind him, and then that linebacker then charges towards the quarterback, and the quarterback just goes boop right to Trautman, and they got a completion. But you look at it here, and this shouldn't be a huge completion if it wasn't for Trautman's amazing yards after the catch ability and great physicality. This would have been probably a 12 to 13 yard gain. Trautman turns it into a 40-yard gain, and you're going to ask, how does he do that? Well, first, he takes a really good route down the field, because, again, you see this running back, he's going to be kind of your lead blocker or main block here, because you see a lot of blue shirts and not a lot of white shirts, and you see his only blocker is going to be this running back. So he has to take the right direction here to make a big play. And sometimes a lot of tight ends, they try to get to the sideline and maybe get an extra few yards, and they get pushed out. Well, not Trautman. Even though there are more guys towards the middle of the field, 1, 2, to only really 1 here because this guy's blocked up, you see Trautman still goes to the middle of the field because he's ready to take on these guys. He knows I can go upfield, make a play, break some tackles going up the field, than just trying to loop over and use my speed to win over near the sideline. And he takes the right choice here, because first of all, this defender really is playing over here. So he's going to end up going over here, and they would eventually meet if Trautman went towards the sideline. So this block is really positioning him to go this way. And that's exactly what he does. And that is just a really good choice, and guys with good vision see that, and he definitely has that. Even though, on the outlook, there are more defenders over here, And what he's going to be able to do is then turn it upfield, and then he gets to over here. And now it's just going to be brute physicality, amazing athleticism, and just a drive to keep going. And that's when you know he has a good drive to keep going. He is not going to go down after the first guy, not the second guy, not the third guy. You're going to need a gang tackle to bring him down. And to me, that is really valuable, especially from the tight end position. And that's why the George Kittle comparisons come up, because you just see this amazing ability. He just doesn't go down, and he gets all the way to the 50. And that ability to just take a little short pass and not only go 10 yards in open field, not go 15 yards, go 40 yards through a ton of broken tackles is why he's so valuable to the Saints. Not only this year, but in the future, because those abilities are just going to get better. And by more time in the league, he's going to get more physical. He's going to get more used to the league, more used to the nuances of the NFL. And as time goes on, I think he's going to be just better and better and better. And I still think he'll be an impact right from the start. It may not be a huge impact, but I think he will definitely have an impact on this team right from the start. And it's just because of this amazing athletic ability and also plus technique ability. So that's obviously really big there. And this was just, one of Trautman's best play of the season. This next play is going to be a quick one, but all it shows is that he can take a hit and he's able to hold on to the ball. He has good hands that he can go over the middle field and not be fearful, because we see guys like Traquan Smith, they go over the middle of the field and they feel footsteps and they will drop the ball just because there's footsteps coming. Not Trautman. He's a guy that's going to go to the middle field, own it, and then make a catch, even though he's taking a big hit. And you're going to see it here. Just look. It's going to be quick, but boom. And he's going to be able to hold on here. Again, this is a big hit. And he's got 3 guys in the area. So he has 3 guys in the area over here. 1, 2, 3. And this guy's going to come for the big hit. And he still holds on to the ball, even though he's getting chopped down like that. And to me, that just shows a guy that's tough, that has a lot of strength, has good arm strength, and has good hands. And to me, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, he used to be a quarterback. Is his hands that good? No, they are really good. And it's plays like these, plays like the ones we saw, that he can make plays over the middle of the field. He's fearless. He's not going to drop a pass over the middle of the field. And even though there are 3 guys around him, he's still going to be able to make the catch. He doesn't feel the pressure in these situations. He's a guy that could take the big tackle. He doesn't mind taking the big tackle. And to have a trusted target over the middle like this opens up another seam for the Saints. And that just opens up another dimension for the team. And the coaches were talking a lot about 12 personnel and how they can use that, especially over the middle of the field. They can use it in play action and stuff like that. I think that's where you're going to see a lot of impact from Trautman's game. And this ability, to me, will translate to the NFL level right away. You don't lose that, because he obviously got a lot of attention in college, and he was still able to catch the ball when there were guys around him, traffic, and he's still able to make some plays. So to me, that is really, really big. So it was a quick play, but to me it's very important. So this next one is going to be our last receiving play. We're also going to look at one blocking play, and this one is going to be a trick play. It's going to be thrown by the receiver, but it's basically Adam Trautman mossing 3 defenders. There are 3 defenders in the area, and Trautman just goes up and makes a play. And these types of abilities from Trautman are really hard to find, and it surprises me that he fell this late into the 3rd round, but to me this is just really nice. So I'll let you guys see it here. Just look at this. Just an amazing play. Just an amazing play. You can jump over 3 guys and make that play. To me, that's really big, because this trick play shouldn't happen, because you have a defender rushing the receiver throwing the ball, and then you have the receiver throwing it into triple coverage against Trautman. This should not work. This should probably be an interception. Instead, it's a big gain for the offense, because Adam Trautman's ability to go up and make plays, win those jump balls, and that to me is a really valuable attribute. And when you're going to see it here, just watch it again. We're going to really look at Trautman here. First, 3 guys in the area. 3 guys. The ball's in the air, 3 guys coming for him. 1, 2, 3. They're all coming for him. All of them. And they're all going to try to make a play on Trautman. But Trautman, look at him. He's not focused on the other guys. He's focused on the ball. And what he's going to do, he's just going to jump up. He knows he can jump up higher than these guys, and he's just going to go up and make a play. And this just shows you the great ability that he has. You're going to probably see some plays, not only in training camp preseason, but obviously the regular season as well. Just like eye-opening, like, wow. Like, we have a player that can do that again. It reminds me a lot of Jimmy Graham. And I think that really when you look at Trautman, he's not going to be a full George Kittle. He's not going to be a full Jimmy Graham. I think he's going to be somewhere towards the middle if he hits his full potential. I think he's going to be a guy that will be able to block, but then also open up downfield, win in the jump balls, win in that kind of stuff that Kittle does. And I think that, again, he won't be fully George Kittle, he won't be fully Jimmy Graham, but he'll probably be somewhere towards the middle. And to me, that's still a dominant tight end here. And to me, it's really big. And when you keep watching, you're going to see, look at that. Jumps up way higher than all the other guys. Look at where his knees are. That's how far he is off the ground. That is, to me, crazy. Like, he gets, when you're looking at this guy, he's like up to his shoulder pad. He's bending down a little bit. This guy's kind of standing upright, and his lowest point is like his waist almost. And to me, this just shows you Trautman is a guy that can go up and high point a ball like no other player can on the Saints, I think. And to me, you're bringing a guy here that even has these athletic abilities and his knowledge of the game, because he did play quarterback, he knows about the game. And he's starting to learn about the techniques of really being a receiver, being a blocker. And he's actually learning them, to me, at a really nice pace, probably because he has the background about the quarterback, and the quarterback's got to know so many different things, so he understands a lot of it. And he's able to learn it really quickly. And to me, his technique is really good, actually, for a rookie. And to me, it's a lot better than a lot of other tight ends, especially rookies. So that's why I think you may see a quick transition for him to the NFL, even though he played from a small level, because these amazing athletic techniques and athletic attributes are just one of a kind, and those translate. Like, athletic ability translates. That's what it is. And that's what he has. And if you're able to go up between three guys, you have that fearless ability to jump up and make a play with three guys in the area and come down with the ball. You don't see that every day. And to me, that's just a really nice play by Trautman, and you're going to see him finish it off and complete the catch. And that just shows you all of his great abilities. Not only can he jump up, make a play, not only can he high point a ball, but he also could come down, has good hands, he has that fearless ability to even jump up and make that play. Not all pass catchers have that. And that ability on the Saints will be huge. And again, I think not only this year, but in years going forward, Trautman will be a big asset for the Saints through the air. And when we look at our last play, it's going to be a running play. You're going to see Trautman over here, and he's going to be able to block upfield, block against a linebacker, get to that second level, and completely destroy in this block here. And he's going to pave the way for the running back for a big gain. So this is just an amazing play. And I know it's not the best angle. I would love to have this angle here. But we're going to have to work with what we got here, because Trautman obviously didn't have those great Game Pass looks because he was playing out of FCS school. So here is just the best we can get. And you could still see his great technique because he just completely dominates this play. Because if we watch, you're going to see him just wrestle the guy to the ground. And to me, that's just an amazing run. So when we run it back here, you're going to see this just amazing run. So first, he's going to be able to get off the line, and now he's right over here. So this is him over here. And now he's just establishing his blocking, and you're going to see it a little better over here. Now you see his hands, they're on the inside, and the opponent's hands are on the outside. And then you see that his legs, you can't see him fully, but here's one leg, and then here's another, and he's just driving forward. Drive. And he's just completely destroying this linebacker. And look at this hole. Just really nice. And it's a nice gaping hole because of Trautman's ability to block here, and it's just textbook. And you see him then after this just completely take the defender to the ground, and then the running back's able to get a huge gain out of this. Like, he basically blocked a guy 10 yards, completely controlled him, basically blocked him to create a hole for the running back, and then also took him down at the end. That to me is just total domination. To get that from a tight end, and again, I know it's FCS competition, but still, to do that to anybody, like, all he's got to do at the NFL level is probably just get just enough of a player so Alvin Kamara can get through a hole. And here, he's able to completely destroy a guy. And that technique is there. His hand placement was perfect. His legs technique, foot technique to drive. That's how he created all that leverage. And he's 6'5", 255. He's going to be able to get to that second level and make some huge blocks for the Saints. And I do see that George Kittle comp, especially when you look at the blocking. I think he's going to be a better blocker than Jimmy Graham. I think that he has a better understanding of blocking than what Jimmy Graham had, and Jimmy Graham didn't have good technique. You see that Trautman does have the technique. He understands what he's got to do here, and to me, he just does it at a really high level. So I'm just really excited about all what Trautman can do. I mean, if he can make catches like those, blocks like these, it's really sky's the limit for him in his progression with the Saints, and I think we'll see production right out of the gate for Trautman. So obviously, that's really, really big for the Saints, not only this year, but for years to come. And it seems like the tight end position is set for the Saints long term. So I think with all that said, it is time to wrap up this film study. Really love what Adam Trautman can bring to the table for the Saints. I think that he can be a guy right away, could really wreak havoc in the 12 personnel, do a lot of different things for the Saints, really fill a role within the tight end group, within the offense. So to me, that's really good. And then also, you're just going to add little by little tools into his tool belt, and he's going to become better and better. And hopefully, he progresses to becoming a starting tight end, and then maybe down the road, a Pro Bowl or star tight end. And I think he has all that ability. Now he's just got to put it to the field. I think you got to start small, and you can't be saying he's going to be a star right away. You can't be saying he may not be a star ever. But he's a guy that I think has those traits. You just got to develop them. You got to progress them. And I think just his abilities right now are enough to be a guy that's going to be a contributor for the Saints here in 2020. He's going to fill a role for sure. He fills a spot in the 12 personnel. Like you have him, you have Jared Cook, you have Michael Thomas, you have Alvin Kamara, you have Emmanuel Sanders in that 12 personnel. It's like, good luck. I mean, I don't know how defenses are going to stop that because you could do so many different things. You could run the ball, you can have play actions, you just have a standard pass, and all that stuff, you put it together. And it's just like, you could do so much stuff. And then you add other guys into the equation, Taysom Hill, Ty Montgomery, other guys as well, and an amazing offensive line. It's really sky's the limit for the Saints team. And I think Trautman does just check off another box for the Saints team now. And then down the road, you're hoping that he could become the full-fledged starter and impact player for the Saints as well. So that's really my opinion on Trautman. And that's really all I have for you guys in this film study. Definitely like this video down below. Definitely comment. What do you guys think about Adam Trautman? Do you think he's going to be a contributor right away? Do you want to see him hit the field first in training camp and preseason? Definitely want to hear your opinion on that. And then also, if you want to see updates about the podcast, updates about the film study, news about the team, and then some opinions on the Saints, definitely check out our social media platforms. Personally on Twitter, I am at Andrew Galata. And then the Who Dat Discussion on Twitter is at the Who Dat Dis. On Instagram, the Who Dat Discussion is at Who Dat Discussion. So you could check out all of those social medias as well. But I think with all that said, I want to say thank you, run it back, and Who Dat!